Hello, d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, queen c2, castles, and bishop g5. Well, some strong player plays it. I faced this move while playing blitz games against Grandmaster Alexander Zubov from Ukraine. And it's slightly tricky line, so black should know what to do. Of course, we start with c5. Well, it's general rule in such lines. We want to strike in the center when white goes with the bishop on g5. We will talk about the line bishop g5, c5 in the third chapter of the series. So white really should take d takes c5, but other moves are also possible. If e3, we play h6. Of course, bishop f6 is harmless. Queen f6, a3, bishop c3, queen c3, because cd, queen d4, ed, and b6, and only black can be better in such endgames. Knight f3, bishop b7, bishop e2, knight c6, castles, and rook a8. So bishop h4, but then we play cd, ed, and knight c6, and white should protect the pawn. If knight f3, then d5. If now a3, we take on c3, b takes c3, and now the strongest move is e5, because white is behind in the development. D, rook 8, castles, knight e5, rook d5, and knight ed7, and black is full compensation for the sacrifice pawn. Of course, white can start with rook d1, g5, bishop g3, but knight e4 it's a transposition to the line that we would see. And if castles along now, then it's a good moment to play bishop e7. If c5, b6, bishop b5, bishop b7, and black was better in one game. King b1, then we take on c4, bishop c4, and knight b4. Well, I don't think that castling long is such a great idea. So rook d1, now we play d5. And if now knight f3, then g5, bishop g3, and knight e4. And we saw that position already. Bishop d3, f5. So if now h3, then we take on g3 and play bishop d6. Taking the pawn and block is better. And if castles, then bishop c3, bc, f4, bishop e4, d, and black just wins a piece after queen e4, queen e7. So white is worse. If a3, then bishop c3, bc, and we already saw such moves. e5, just black is very active. So d, knight e5, cd, rook 8, bishop e2, and bishop d7, and it's problematic for white how to continue the development, so black is much better. If knight f3, then ad, knight d4, queen e7, bishop e2, g5, bishop g3, rook 8, cd, knight d5. Okay, white can castle now, but after knight d4, rook d4, queen e2, rook e2, rook d5, bishop e6, black is slightly better in this endgame, but maybe it's a draw. So that was the move e3. d5 now is not logical, because if we compare it with the bishop g5 line in this position, d5 is the main move, but queen c2 is useless move. So black should be fine here. E takes d5, c takes d5, d6, e3, and knight bd7. So black just wants to play queen goes to a5, and then knight takes on d5. So knight f3, h6, bishop h4, and another idea is to play knight b6, and black wins the pawn. So I think that d5 is a dubious move in this position. a3, we take on c3. If queen c3, then h6, bishop f6, queen f6, and black has no problem. So b takes c3 and h6. Now if bishop f6, queen f6, knight f3, b6, that's the normal development. e3, bishop b7, bishop e2, d6, castle. That was a game between two engines, bishop and knight c6. And in such positions we will see them later. These two weaknesses of course, in black's favor. If now bishop h4, then the problem is that knight is not on f3, and black can play cd, cd, and queen a5. And after queen d2, king d2, g5, bishop g3, knight e4, king goes to d3, for example, and f5. Such endgame is better for black. So really the best move is bishop c1, but then black is better. Anyway, d5, e3, b6, cd. ed was perfectly fine, but queen d5, knight f3, and bishop b7. That was a game Korchnoi against Psachis, and black was better. Knight f3 is also playable. We take cd, knight d4, and knight c6. Now e3, then knight d4, ed, h6, bishop h4, and our standard development with b6, bishop d3, bishop b7, castles, bishop e7. That looks like some kind of Torres system, but black has no problems here. Or knight takes c6, then we take bc. If a3, then d5, of course, and black has no problems. If a3, bishop e7, e3, and here black should have played first bishop a6, and after bishop e2, d5, and it's an equal position. So d takes c5 is the best move, and now black plays knight a6, and black wants to retake the pawn with a knight. If now e3, then we take on c5, knight g2, knight c4, bishop h4, and queen a5, bishop f6, knight f6, and black was better in one game. So the best move is a3. The problem of knight f3 is that black plays knight takes c5, and if now knight d2, protecting against knight e4, then h6, bishop h4, b6, normal setup, a3, bishop c3, queen c3, and bishop b7, and black is slightly better, but a3 is even worse, because bishop c3, queen c3, knight f e4, bishop d8, knight c3, bishop e7. Because if bc, rook d8, of course, the endgame is much better for black. Or bishop a5, then knight b3, bishop c3, knight a1, knight d2, white wants to win the knight, but d5, e3, that was the game of Grandmaster Psachis with black, and here black should have played bishop d7 with no obvious idea, bishop a4, knight b3, for example, cd, ed, bishop d3, and bishop a4, and black is just much better. So bishop e7, and now black should know the line. Knight b3, bishop f8, and king f8. And white is in real trouble. Rook d1, knight takes d1, king d1, and black can play b6, d6, and that's slightly better for black, but the killing move is d5, and white really in a bad shape in this line. If cd, then our key move is bishop d7, king c2, bishop a4, d, rook c8, king d3, f takes a6, because now black wants to play rook c1 at some point. So if e4, then bishop b5, king e3, and rook c1, and white is busted. So g3, but then comes bishop b5, king e3, rook c2, knight d4, king d4, and bishop c6, and then rook takes on b2. So problems for white. e3 is also a bad move, because bishop d7, king c2, and bishop a4, king c3, and a5, protecting against king b4. Now knight d2, king d2, rook c8, c5, rook c5, bishop d3, and bishop b3, and black is just pawn up in the endgame. Knight d4 is even worse. That was played in a game. Knight c5, f3, e5, knight f5. That was a game of Grandmaster Ganguly, and he played something else, but then 3 years later in the correspondence game, black just played bishop d7, and the position is close to losing for white. knight d6, king e7, knight b5, rook c8, knight s7, rook c7, b4, knight a4, king b3, dc, bishop c4, and knight b6, and knight on a7 is just a loose piece. So really, I don't believe in knight f3 move. a3 is the main line, bishop c3, queen c3, and knight c5. Now white should take on f6, because if f3 then knight fe4, bishop d8, knight c3, and black is better. So bishop f6, queen f6, queen f6, g takes f6. And we have this endgame. This endgame is more or less equal. For example, 3 b6. In the game, Rottstaedt Gumesh white played b4, knight a4. But I think black is already better. 3 b6, knight f3, bishop a6, knight d2, rook f8. So black's play is easy to attack the c4 pawn. Maybe the most solid way is to play knight f3. And now there was a game of Tivyakov. He played b6. Maybe even slightly better to play a5 right now. e3, a4, and then b6, bishop d7, like there was one correspondence game. But okay, let's see the moves. b6, e3, bishop b7, bishop e2, a5, because everything is more or less the same. Knight d4, rook fd8, castles, a4, f3, king f8, rook a7, king a7. The position is more or less equal, but easier to play with black, and Tivyakov won that game. So let's make some conclusions. I think that in this position white should take d takes c5, because then white has some problems, and after retaking we play knight a6, and knight f3 is a bad line, so white should play a3, but then the result in the endgame is just an equal, where black's play is much easier. So that's all about this bishop g5 line. In the next videos I'll talk about knight f3. Thanks for watching this video, and see you again soon. Goodbye.